All right, Webster's just with us for 5 more minutes. Then I'm going to go right to your phone calls, everybody that's patiently holding. Don't forget, Charlie Sheen's special video message to President Barack Obama is now up at prisonplanet.tv. It's now up on YouTube. We have it linked all over Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com. This is an alert. Please give it to your old email list. Please put it on MySpace. Please send it all over YouTube. Please show it to your coworkers. Email it to the White House website over and over again. whitehouse.gov, because this is only phase 1 in what we're doing. I'll just leave it at that. But this is so vitally important, and it's a stunningly well-done video by Aaron Dykes, and the information is penetrating that Charlie Sheen brings up. It's one of the best 6-minute videos we've ever put out, and it's Charlie Sheen on video requesting this, and this will get major media attention. We're also in the next few hours going to put up a version that doesn't have all the bells and whistles and video clips just for news media to use it to get it out on TV. And we're going to put out a press release. In fact, I forgot. Paul Watson, I need you to do that press release. Charlie Sheen demands Obama reopen 9/11 investigation. We need to have Charlie Sheen issues or releases video message to President Obama asking that he meet with Charlie Sheen and family members, victims of 9/11. I mean, that's basically the type of headline we need. In fact, I need to call Watson back, because Paul's already got the basic press release up that we're going to send out. But people don't really read the whole letter. It says that the family members have asked him to do this, and he's wanting Obama to at least meet with them. It isn't just about Charlie Sheen meeting with the president. Going back to Webster Tarpley. Webster, continue with the line that you were breaking down there.
Well, the 25-plus drills on the one side, and I think this is really, it's important, because if you don't get to the level of MIHOP, that's made it happen on purpose, you don't have any knowledge of permanent value. In other words, to learn something about 9/11 that prepares you to deal with the next round and the next round and future events, you've got to get to this level of made it happen on purpose, the key role of the drills, right? You've also got to become familiar with concepts like the patsies, the moles, the technicians, right? The professional killers, and so forth. Because it's synthetic terror, because it's all kinds of elements that come together to create this illusion of the terrorist event and the interpretation they want to give to it. The other side, of course, in terms of the reopening the investigation, I think one important point is what Kane and Hamilton, the two bosses of the 9/11 Commission, admitted, I think around the time of the 5th anniversary, I think, or maybe the 6th, but certainly they admitted it, was that the Air Force witnesses, the Larry Arnolds and the other people from the Northeast Air Defense Sector in Rome, New York, had committed massive perjury in front of the Commission concerning the timelines, concerning the deployment of the interceptor aircraft, and basically lied about everything. So this is in the public domain. Governor Kane of New Jersey and Lee Hamilton, former congressman from Indiana, came out and they wrote this book called Unprecedented, where they said, oh yes, at the end we were aware that the Air Force generals had committed massive perjury, and we had a special meeting of our commission. What should we do about it? Should we give criminal referrals to the Justice Department? And then we thought, no, that wouldn't be good for the country. That would be too inflammatory. So we decided to let the inspectors general of the various government agencies handle it, and of course they duly came out in a year or so and said, we're not going to do anything because there's no reason to. So this entire official version is shot full of holes. I mean, it's a mockery. It's a bad joke. So there would be plenty of reason. Now, I would say don't get your hopes up about Obama, but it is important to strip away this left credibility that he has, at least with some people. If you take away his left cover, the guy can't function. So the best way to attack him is precisely like this, to attack him on 9/11 in Afghanistan and challenge him to liquidate this stuff left over from Bush, because he is increasingly inseparable from Bush. He's indistinguishable. The policies are exactly the same, only the slogans change a little bit. And once you point that out, then you really have him, and that's when he begins to suffer politically on that flank as well.
Absolutely. But as he collapses even faster than we predicted he would, I don't see them Well, I don't see them being able to continue their operations without staging terror or starting a new war. And that leads me to the Jerusalem Post, what we started the show with today. Kremlin official confirms Prime Minister's trip. A senior Kremlin official confirmed Wednesday to a Russian paper that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu did indeed take a clandestine trip to Russia on Monday. Commenting on the visit, the official said that this kind of development could only be related to new and threatening information on Iran's nuclear program. The Russian newspaper quoted experts speculating that such a trip only could be justified under extraordinary circumstances. For example, in the case of Israel planning to attack Iran. We have the Rand Corporation document a year ago where they're saying we need to stage some type of event or have a huge World War III scenario to get the global banking system in place. We have open talk in major publications this week, like the Associated Press, with top economists saying we may have Argentine-type devaluation the next year, that it's a probability. We have gold and other commodities exploding. We have this whole constellation of things developing right now, Webster. They've got so many false flags in the hopper. Stage terror, blowing up nuclear reactors. I want you to speak to why that's a good idea for them. I agree with you. New wars, financial collapses. I mean, everything's coming into place right now, and it appears the government, being controlled by foreign corporate interest, has just decided to go into full gear and just doesn't care.
My idea was always that the Obama foreign policy would be different from Bush-Cheney in a couple of important areas.
You said it would be bigger and worse.
And especially in regard to Iran. In other words, the Bush-Cheney effort was indeed to bomb Iran, to try to destroy it, and also to send in special forces teams and subversion teams and so forth. With Obama, you could see that there was this attempt to have a color revolution, in other words, to overthrow the existing Ahmadinejad regime and replace that with a CIA puppet government led by this Mousavi with Rafsanjani, the corrupt bazaar merchant faction sitting in the background. That doesn't look like it's going anywhere. And I think right now you're in an area where the original strategic plan of Obama seems to be breaking down in quite a number of ways. So we may indeed now be in an area of what can we call it? Anomie, right? We don't know what's coming next. And rather than having a policy thrust coming from Brzezinski and Obama, it may be that we're into this area of drift and chaos. And under those circumstances, maybe some of these older neocon tendencies are going to reassert themselves. I wouldn't jump to the conclusion that Netanyahu is going to Moscow for that. There could be other reasons. I mean, one of the things you see was this big move by Saudi Arabia to open up a dialogue with Russia, and we've just had another Saudi prince, the former ambassador here in Washington, Tarki, I think his name is, Prince Tarki, just said, Obama, you're a demagogue. Stop demagoguing about energy independence. Stop insulting us. We're sick of it. So I think there's a lot of friction between the U.S. and Saudi Arabia, and that could possibly have some relation to the entire U.S. strategic position.
You were on a month ago with us, and were correct in saying that there was that major friction and that they'd arrested Bondar and all this, and certainly that all came out later. Webster, we carry all four of your books, the Economic Cataclysm book, your two books on Obama and Synthetic Terror, all available at Infowars.com on the secure online video bookstore shopping cart. I want to really thank you for joining us. We look forward to talking to you again.
Always a pleasure, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you for popping in with us for the last 40 minutes. Now, I want to go to your calls. I promised I wanted to get to some more calls. WC, Gary, Tony, Jose, John, we're going to get to you here in just a moment. I did want to just, here on the show, point out to everybody that this transmission is funded by your financial support. And we ask, we're not like the government that comes with taxmen and at the barrel of a gun makes you give us money. We're asking you to go buy the books and videos and T-shirts and bumper stickers and materials that we have, wristbands that say Infowars.com, 9/11's an inside job. That's how we fund our operation. Plus, we carry, I believe, the best material, the best books and videos I've seen out there, 24 of my films. Camp FEMA is about to start shipping. If you want to get that new film, available at Infowars.com, please think about that today and supporting us by going to Infowars.com. Or if you're not on the computer or don't want to order something on the computer, you can call toll-free and talk to our operators. They can tell you about the different discounts and specials. It's 888-253-3139, 888-253-3139. And, of course, you can also support us and see the live TV show and have it archived and higher quality audio from the radio archived. And my book, Paul Watson's book, all my films in super high quality. It's up 5.5 years and running. It's prisonplanet.tv. Also, a few of the other outside sponsors that have made today's show possible are folks like MySolarBackup.com. That's MySolarBackup.com, one word. A lot of things can cut off your electrical power, hurricanes, snow, ice storms, etc. Listeners should move towards getting off the grid, and here's a good way to do just that. A solar power generator is now available from our longtime sponsor, Solutions from Science. You can get an emergency power backup kit, which consists of the power source 1800-watt generator and a high-efficiency solar panel designed to provide endless electricity. Remember, too, that gas generators need gas, but in a blackout, gas pumps can't pump gas